Daft Punk Pharrell, Get Lucky.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
Wonderful morning in studios, it always is, with Viji Venkatesh. For those of you who've tuned in late, Dawn of Hope, 15 stories of human endurance, survival and triumph. These are all CML survivors, chronic myeloid leukemia. It's a story of their life and times, written by Viji, and also there are wonderful illustrations which are done by friends of Max members. But lesser known fact, Viji Venkatesh is now an actress, and I will say very soon, once the release happens, actress of your debut is with Fahad Fasil. He's really, if not the finest actor in the country, one of the finest actors in the country, and I had the good fortune of interviewing him during his Male and Kunju, which is done very well on OTT, and subsequent Vikram. So talk about Fahad, talk about how this film came about. What is it called and what do you play?
The name of the film is Pachu Adbhuda Velakku. Pachu and the Magic Lamp. Pachu is Fahad's character, and the magic lamp is yours truly. Okay, and I have to thank Instagram for this role, because apparently the casting director, she saw, she got the brief from the director, who is a young man called Akhil Satyan. It's his debut film. His father being Satyan Antikar, one of the most well-known directors in Malayalam cinema. So anyway, apparently the look he wanted was right there. And so when I got the call, I said, oh, thank you, but I have a full-time job and I don't speak Malayalam. We speak Tamil. Well, we speak the Patra Tamil, which is more Malayalam than Tamil. But I mean, Hrishi, I'm here, I'm working, and you know, dream. I mean, you don't dream these kind of things also, and you get an offer to act in a Malayalam film. So Gayatri Smita, the casting director, very smart young woman, she called me again and she said, okay, before you give me your, you know, what you've been saying all these days, the director is coming to Bombay. It's a Sunday and he speaks English. So why don't we just go and meet him? So over a lunch of grilled fish and something in a very quaint little restaurant in Bandra, which they chose, I met Akhil Satyan, and I guess I better say it, I fell in love with him. A young man, 34, 35 years old, just a beaming smile, so much energy, so much passion. And he told me the whole story of the film and my role, which is a matriarch, a Muslim Malayali family living in Mumbai. And I will not divulge anything here because it's such an amazing story. I loved the role. And then he said it has Vineet Radhakrishnan and Fahad Fasil. So then I said, okay, where do I sign? I will learn Malayalam. I will take time off from my job. And Hrishi's been worth it. The pandemic came in the middle. We shot quite extensively before the pandemic, and then we had to wait for 2 years plus. And then I've just finished all my scenes. It's been amazing. These two senior actors, Fahad and Vineet, they make somebody like me feel so wonderful, feel so confident. They're so...
Interviewed Fahad. I just watched this film of his, Male and Kunju, which is where he plays a total, you know, rustic rural character out of rural Kerala. And I was surprised in my conversation with him that he is just the opposite. I mean, he's a cosmopolitan, urban, very genteel, well-read man. And just being on a set with somebody like that and having conversations must be so enriching.
Yeah, fabulous, fabulous, fabulous sense of humor. He can talk, he can kind of, you know, any subject. And we've really had a wonderful time. He's appreciated my work and, you know, wanted to hear the patient stories. And his sense of humor is amazing. He's such a slight, thin person, but he walks into the frame and he fills it up. You know, his eyes, oh my God, his eyes, yeah.
So
Something
how
else.
How does this work? I mean, people talk about having a second innings in your career. Do I smell a second innings here?
Oh my God, you're giving me ideas. But you know, I love being part of a film unit, and
I mean, you have so many friends in the media and the films, yeah.
And then if you call film world a make believe world, but in the last few months of really shooting, I realized that it's not make-believe at all. It's very real. What you do there in front of the camera is so real. You become somebody else, yes, but that persona seeps into you, comes out through all your pores. And I saw this for myself. Like when I would report for shooting, I'd be wearing casual, normal clothes, and I was myself. You know, I was like going around with my cell phone saying, hello, I want to take a picture, I want to do this, okay, this, that. But once I am in Ummachi's garb, you know, nice closed neck, blouses still here, nice, lovely. They've chosen such beautiful saris for me. I'm different. I've become Ummachi. That's my name. That's the name of my character in the film. And I don't do all the nonsense I do when I'm, you know, Viji or Amma or whatever. It's Ummachi. So it's real. And in fact, there are a couple of sequences where the co-star has to raise his voice, like Fahad has to raise his voice at me, or Vineet yells at me. I didn't have to act because they were so powerful. They emoted for both of us. And so when Riaz, that's Vineet's character, says, get into the car, he yells at me. And I'm like, you know, oh my God, or when Fahad catches me by the shoulder and says, what do you think you're doing? I'm like, so it's very real.
And you're a natural.
Okay. And the director, he just lets you be. He just lets you be.
Lovely. A last leg of conversation with Viji Venkatesh up ahead. Don't go anywhere. I'm Hrishi K.